All right, folks, I wanted to do a little demo of how I would clean up a casting with lots of tiny little bubbles in it, just like the ones I'm sending out. So, let me make sure, right there. This is Milliput, already mixed. I've got way too much, so I'm going to use this on a bunch more. It's already smeared together. Now let's say you have a cast like this with tiny, well, there's a little collection of bubbles here, but let's say you've got tiny ones here like that. I know that's why I'm choosing this one to fill in, because there's a good structure there that needs filling. But these little bubbles, I'm just gonna pop them all. Nothing sharp. A toothpick will be enough. Some of these aren't even actually bubbles, they're just dents. Let's see, I see some here. Right. Here, now this I already chose an exaggerated one, so those are all taken care of. From a belt sander, this is some extra resin that I used. I want to make sure these little holes are open because we're gonna, oh, this isn't that bad over here. This is great. This is great here. Doing some little feeler work. Now, I see some light coming through here. That's open. Good. Now this side, I see some light coming through here. That's all open. Good, good, good. All right. Now, we take a little bit of this, very little bit. That's even probably too much, but let's exaggerate it so that we get a good idea here. Now, I'm going to flatten this and do a little pancake here. And then first, we're going to go really hard in. Just smear it, squeegee it in with your thumb here. And you can see there, it didn't quite get all the way in there. So we're going to take some more. It's yellow, I'm sorry. I could have chosen a better color, but this is their standard. There we go. Let's see. Now, take some of this, smear it over here. Doesn't look really pretty, does it? Right away. And take a little bit more. That's too much. I'm going to only take this. And let's, boy, I'm going to have to wash my hands later. Always wash your hands. There we go. You see that? Some of that could go over here. Now for some of this, I'm really forcing it in because when it's dry, Milliput does not like to flow. It's not going to stay dry for long. Okay. I like that. I like it. Let's see here. There was a little tiny crack right there. I think I got it. Now I see this. Is that going to focus? It's a little lumpy. So I'm just going to overfill a little bit. Look at that. Okay. Now this can be sanded off later, of course. Yeah, so sometimes you can undo what you already did. I see another bubble right there. All right. Yeah, anything proud can be sanded down. Look at this profile now. Pretty good. And now, a little bit of water. Let's see. Okay, not much. just enough to swirl around. And this evens out your clay, but it also helps it flow down into hard to reach holes and stuff. Better than a dry smush can do. This milliput's got some interesting color patterns. And then, see, you can like even out some of this here. Sometimes you're just going blindly with your fingers. Sometimes, like, I think about the texture in my head as I'm going around. I don't try to watch it because of the interesting color patterns. It can be hard to be accurate about that. Let's add a little bit more water here. Okay. It's really, because you don't need really more than enough to fill in the holes. So if you end up wiping a bunch of it off, oh darn. Oh darn. Now this is going to cure. I usually like 6 to 12 hours. I don't know what the official time is, but a little bit of sandpaper, and you can see the reflection kind of. There's a dimple there, but once this is painted over with a primer, it's going to look fantastic. I like the reflection too, it helps. It looks kind of like a wet rock. There we go. Now compared to the bubbly moon surface we had before, not bad. Not bad at all. It's hard to picture it painted, but if I run my finger over this, there's a dimple there, but that's just surface texture. That's not an actual void. So structurally, this is going to be great. Let's see, I want to get my fingerprint out of there. It is possible to use too much water and kind of wash it all away. But there we go. See that? That's going to get painted over. Let it dry while it's a little, letting it dry while it's still kind of wet preserves that flat surface there. See that? That's what you want. A little bit of sandpaper, like 400. It'll be smooth as glass. All right. That's what I do, folks. See, I just turned it and I see a little right there. If you're watching this video over and over again, you might see more. Who knows? I'll probably look back at this again and go, oh, that too. But probably not. I'm going to go use the rest of this putty. Look at how much is left. I'm going to go use the rest of that on something else. But some of this texture is just kind of taken care of by the sandpaper. All right, folks. That's all you got to do.